The recent terror attack in Boulder, Colorado, has underscored the extreme dangers posed to our country by the entry of foreign nationals who are not properly vetted, as well as those who come here as temporary visitors and overstay their visas. We don't want them.
Travel ban. How bad is it? And which countries are totally banned? And which countries are partially banned? And even if you are totally banned, you could still come to the United States in so many ways. What are they? After watching this video until the end, you're gonna know what to do next for your American dream. Welcome to World Traveling American CEO. Where are you watching from? So let's see. President Trump said about terrorist activity in Boulder, Colorado. So this guy basically attacked on demonstrators for the release of Israeli hostages. So who is this guy? He is Mohammed Sabri Soliman, 45 years old, Egyptian national. Egyptian. He's not even on the list. Egypt is not even on the list of the countries that got banned and partially banned. So, but President Trump just want to make it an example. Yeah, if you are not properly vetted and you come here on tourist visa or other temporary visa and you overstay your visa, so that is a risk. So that's the President Trump's premise. So living in the U.S. illegally faces a federal hate crime charge and state attempted murder charges in connection with Sunday's attack. Yeah, so he's living here illegally. So he's just made an example. So when does it start? It's gonna start on June 9, 2025, Eastern Daylight Time. So after 12:01 a.m. on June 9, 2025, Monday, these bans gonna take effect. So which countries are they? So countries facing full, basically suspicions are 12 countries. So which are they? These are Afghanistan, Burma, which is also known as Myanmar. If you look at the reason, you will see that it overstay. These are Taliban, because of Taliban, and Afghanistan also has an overstay rate of 9.7%. Student and J visa, F and J, basically student visas, overstay rate of 29.3%. So, and that's one of the reasons why that Afghanistan is on the list. Also Burma, Burma, and also some of the reasons are because some of these countries are not cooperative and making sure that the history, identity of the criminals are kept properly. And you could also say some of these countries do not have a proper diplomatic mission with the United States. So what do you think these countries are in the list? Comment down below. Number 3 is Czech. Number 4, Republic of Congo. Yeah, they mentioned overstay rate 49.54% for the Czech, and 55.64% for student visa. Republic of Congo, Equatorial Guinea, yeah, African nations, Eritrea. Yeah, look at this. Criminal records are not available to the United States for Eritrea nationals. Yeah, and Haiti and Iran, Libya. Yeah, these are expected. Somalia, yeah, Sudan, let out cooperative central authority for issuing passport for civil documents. Yeah, it does not have appropriate screening and vetting measures. Yemen, yeah, only one country is in Asia. That is Burma, Myanmar. So which is quite surprising. Yeah, and Myanmar is not known for terrorist activity, and but is on the full suspension list right here. And this is mainly because Myanmar is in crisis, right? Military dictatorship. So that's why lots of people have to escape to other countries. And people studying in the US or working in the US, and they are afraid of returning to the country because they don't want to face persecution. So they probably overstay their visas, and some of them are into asylum program, refugee programs, stuff like that. But Myanmar, Burma is really unfortunate. Now citizens of Myanmar living in Myanmar, they do not have other options to go to United States anymore, but there are still some options, which is good. Trump make it some of the exception because Trump doesn't want to face legal challenges in the court. The first time he did that, he totally banned everybody from those countries. Now, then after that, the court, the opponents sue Trump administrations and they need to amend the ban. So there were lots of dramas during the first time. Now they change it to make sure that they stand in the court of law in the United States. Second, 7 countries face partial suspension. Burundi, Cuba, look at this, Laos, Sierra Leone, Togo, and Turkmenistan, Venezuela. So these are partial suspension. So better than full expansion, right? So let's see which are the exceptions that you could possibly get if you are from one of these countries. Yes. So that's very, very important. So it's very, very important. There are exceptions, limitations. Hey, if you are the citizen of those countries who are outside of the United States and who do not have a valid visa, on the applicable effective date, which is June 9, you're not going to get a visa. Even if you pay for the appointment, you pay for the visa fees, you're not going to get a visa, right? So do not spend your money to make an appointment. The consular, the US Embassy could accept your application fees, and then what are they going to do? They may just reject your visa. Very simple. So don't waste your money, okay? And so where are you watching from? Are you one of these countries? Comment down below. So I'm just giving you a warning not to waste money. But there are some exceptions. If you are permanent residents of the United States, even if you hold the passport of those countries, hey, you could stay coming, whatever. And also it's very important, no immigrant or non-immigrant visa issued before the applicable effective date, which means June 9. If you get a visa before June 9, hey, your visa will not be revoked, which is very good, right? The first time, they arrested at the airport. Even if you have a visa, you came to the United States, you got arrested if you hold the passport of that countries. It was a total chaos at the airport. Now it's much better. Hey, you have a visa, you already have a visa, you can come to a visa. It's also fair, right? Lots of those people spend so much money. They sold their houses, they sold their land to obtain a visa to come to the United States for a better life, right? So if you already got a visa after selling your land and house, if you are going to be refused, your life's gonna be in trouble, much worse situation than before. So there are other exceptions like dual citizen, right? You can use another passport, right? And if you are foreign nationals traveling on government business, right? For those country government business related to your government, whatever, hey, A1, A2, anti-NATO says, then you are accepted, which is good. If you're athlete participating in World Cup, Olympics, yes, you could still get a visa to come to the United States. If you're immediate family immigrant visa. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about it at the end of the video. Yeah, you could also get a visa. Adoptions, yes. Afghan special immigrant visa, yes. Special immigrant visa for United States government employee, yes. And immigrant visas for ethnic religious minorities facing persecution in Iran, yes, yes. So those are a few exemptions which did not exist before during the first ban. Now it existed because of they don't want to be challenged in court, right? And what visa you can get? IR1 visa. Yeah, if you are one of the citizens of those affected countries, but you are a U.S. citizen, right? But your spouse, your wife or your husband is from one of those countries, you could still apply for IR1 visa, but you have to be U.S. citizen. Okay, you have to be U.S. citizen, or your husband or your wife has to be a U.S. citizen to petition for you to come to the U.S. So IR1 is issued to couples who have been married for more than 2 years, right? So there are CR1 who just got married, right? Less than 2 years. So CR1's gonna give you conditional permanent resident. And you come to the US, you get a 2-year conditional permanent resident. After 2 years of marriage, permanent resident, you could get it, right? Conditional permanent resident to permanent resident, you could get it. So IR2 is a immigrant visa for children of US citizens who are under 21 years old and married, right? These are IR2. So this is available for biological children, stepchildren, and adopted children of US citizens, right? And CR2 allows unmarried children under 21 to immigrate to the United States, okay, as the children of US citizen parent, right? For children of parents who have been married for less than 2 years. CR1, CR2, very simple. If you have been married for less than 2 years, that's CR1, CR2, right? Even your children, let's say you just got married, you just got a kid, 1 month old, 1 year old, so that's gonna be CR2 if it's less than 2 years. And another one, IR5. IR5 is a family-based immigrant visa, allows parents of US citizens to become lawful permanent resident, green card holders. So if you are the parents of the US citizen, hey, you're lucky. Even if you're from one of those countries, you could still come to the US. And the bad news is that if you are a green card holder, you can no longer sponsor your children, right? Or your spouses. Because if your spouse is from one of those countries, you are a permanent resident, no, she's not gonna get it, right? And so that's very important. That's the main difference between having a citizenship and having a green card holder. During this time, citizenship get a much better chance. Even so, they don't mention about any siblings, right? Yeah, you are a US citizen, you have a brother, sister from one of those countries, you could not sponsor them anymore. So brother, sister, too bad. Yeah. So green card holders, too bad. You cannot do anything. Just wait until Trump terms expires or the next president comes. Hopefully, it's a different mindset of administrations. Then that could roll back all these changes, which would be good, right? But if it's gonna be the same mindset of president that come into power the next time, he's not gonna take this out, right? President Trump already placed it back. So most likely, if it's Republicans, right, Republicans become president again, that president, if he has the same mindset as President Trump, he's not going to take that up. So that means another 8 more years, possibly 12 years, right? Because one president can have 8 years of term. So if we have another Republican president who has the same point of views on immigrations as President Trump's, you could possibly face 12 years of ban to the United States. That's really unfortunate. So no immigrant or non-immigrant visa issued before the applicable date, June 5th, shall be revoked. This is very good. This is very good. The last time it was chaos at the airport. Even if you had a visa, you came to the US, you got arrested at the airport. Wow, that's so horrible, horrible. So now it's better. If you had a visa right now, you should be happy. And also at the same time, you should come to the US as soon as possible. If possible, before that day, June 9. Okay? President can change their mind anytime. So you don't want to wait. Just come as soon as possible. If you are a student from, who already got a visa, you can ask your school to move up the admission date. Then you can do that. Try. Then you can come as soon as possible. Okay? No matter what, if you are retired, traveling around the world just like me, and I make over 100,000. If you could also make like me, you don't even have to live in the US, right? You can just enjoy your life. So if you want to learn more and travel around the world with me, go to Rich Freedom Dragon YouTube channel and subscribe, and go to my playlist, and I'm gonna teach you how to retire young, retire rich, and travel around the world and with your family and your loved ones. Share, subscribe. I will see you in the next video. Bye.